It is up, people. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another watch along as we kick off the Premier League weekend. That's right, it's West Ham versus Sunderland in a big match here for the Black Cats. They absolutely need it. They need the points huge. Sunderland, of course, not as good at home as they are on the they're better on the at home than they are on the road. So West Ham will be looking to get a good one in today, as they know they have an opportunity to get some points on the board in this relegation fight. They 100% need to pick up some points. They're languishing down near the bottom, and it's not looking good for them at the moment. Of course, they're going to need to put in a really good performance today to win this one. Let's get the stream set up, everybody. Thanks for being here. Of course, go ahead and smash up the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Of course, hype it up if you got any of those left. And I want to know what you're thinking in the comments section down below. Are West Ham going to be able to pull this one out, or is it going to be Sunderland, which is what I expect? Definitely expect Sunderland to do the business here today. West Ham not looking at their best, although Castellanos should start. Let's take a look at these starting lineups here today. Castellanos has been a boost for the Hammers, I would say, over the last couple of games. Definitely going to need to get him firing. Definitely going to need to get him scoring goals over from Lazio. They got Pablo starting behind him as well. Somerville on the left, Bowen on the right. It's pretty much as you would expect. Fernandez and Suchek in the middle there, with Fedibo, Mavropanos, Areola in the back. Brian Bobby and Mayenda gets the start on the other side. Trey Hume, of course. Enzo Lefebvre. Sadiki's back. Mugalele's back. They got Alderete and Ballard at the back. Very, very strong defenders back there in center back. So Sunderland will look to be compact, look to make sure that West Ham cannot get anything going forward. And I'm going to have to find a stream here. My normal site is doing a madness like it normally does. Of course, that's just the way of things these days. Just the way of things these days, folks. Of course. But yeah, I expect a good game. I expect Sunderland to put in a good performance. But West Ham, Wet Spam, they need it a lot more than the Black Cats do. That's for sure. But just to keep the momentum going, you know, I expect Sunderland will certainly be. What the fuck is that? Sunderland will certainly be looking. Man, my computer's having an absolute nightmare right now. Having an absolute and utter meltdown trying to get the stream going. But we will here in just a hot second. as it's early morning here. As of yet, kicked off, and we can get the proper things up here. Get this stream set up. There we go. Let's find the right one. There it is. Get some banners going. Get some scoreboards up. And I'm going to have to find my headphones here so I can listen to this commentary. Bubbles flying all around the London Stadium, of course. As you would expect with this one. Oh, man. My stream already doing crazy stuff. Why can't I find... Sorry, folks. Not able to find a good stream at the moment. It's kind of making me angry. We'll get there eventually. We always do, folks, of course. We always do get there in the end. And let's find out. Man, I feel like I'm probably way behind just because of this stream, but we'll make sure that at least the stream is married to my stream. Maybe not, man. Maybe not, because it's just continually going down. They're working so hard to keep people like me from getting on stream. This is getting on my nerves, man. Technical difficulties right out the rip, people. Right out the rip. Of course. I feel like I've probably missed the kickoff at this point. I feel like I've probably missed kickoff. Man. Yeah. This is definitely a problem. Definitely a problem. I don't understand. Do not understand what's going on here, people. I guarantee this game is kicked off, though. And why I can't find a stream is really getting on my nerves. This is a disaster, people. This is an absolute disaster. Absolute disaster, people. What the hell, man? All right, people. I finally got the stream up and running. That took way too long. We'll get this going. My thing is way behind. I'm about 5 minutes behind. I'm in the 5th minute here. In the 5th minute, we finally got the stream working, people. Finally got the stream working. Sorry about that. And after some crazy difficulties to get the stream started, we are here, folks. We are here, people. That's right. We've made it to the party. 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in. Ignore my timer. It's way behind. I wonder if we can like add time to it in this thing here. Probably not. Doesn't matter. Here we go. Bubble suit check. Let's turn up this volume. Make sure I can hear it. All right. All right. We're at it, folks. Of course, technical difficulties. I'm 4 minutes behind. My stream is actually on 6 minutes here. My timer, not so much. But we'll fix it at halftime. Here's Somerville. That's a foul, referee. Nope. No foul from the referee there. Looked like one to me, that's for sure. But yeah, we're starting out the Premier League morning with a good game. West Ham absolutely need this one. Oh, but that's a foul. Okay, the first one wasn't a foul, but that one was. That's fine. All right. All right. All right. That's fine. Chance for West Ham here to dump one into the box. Chance for them to get going here this morning. Chance for them to get an early lead. It would be big for them. Were they able to do so? Are we live? We're still good? Sorry, folks. We're having all kinds of technical difficulties here this morning. But we're getting it worked out, people. We're getting it worked out, of course. We're getting it worked out. All right. That's right. We're 5 minutes in here. And we've hit it long. You got to win the second ball. West Ham bringing down for Fernandez here. Sunderland have stood up well so far, haven't given anything away. West Ham trying to build, but it hasn't really been successful as of yet. Stream's doing all kinds of madnesses today. I might be a little behind. My stream is on 6 minutes here. Castellanos done well. I think my stream think my stream's behind, man. Honestly. But here we are. We're still going. Still looking. 6.5 minutes in here. He's going to call that one Sunderland with, I should say, West Ham with this opportunity here to dump it into the box. I'm going to refresh the stream here. That's right, folks. We're actually 10 minutes in. Actually 10 minutes in here, and not been much going on so far. Sunderland working hard here on the left-hand side. But West Ham will be able to recycle. Again, my technical difficulties have made my clock far behind. I'm actually on 10 minutes here, people. Actually on 10 minutes here. We'll get the clock sorted at halftime, of course. And here we go. Tadibo at the back. West Ham haven't done much more than playing it around. But now we got one. A ball up on the left side with Somerville. It's through. Oh, almost made it through. Almost made it through. And now Sunderland are through here. Brobby 1v1 with Tadibo. He stood him up well. Allowed his teammates to get back. Ooh. It's a good tackle from Fernandez. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Referee absolutely is on the Sunderland man, giving West Ham a let off after that breakaway. Brobby's got to do better there. Just go quicker. Be quicker. Go at the defender there. Absolutely. Just go at him. 1v1. Try to get it in there. Somerville dancing now. Looking for an option. Here's Souček. They've worked it over to Wan-Bissaka. Just probing. West Ham not really finding anything in front of them available. Sunderland just edging forward on their press here. Castellanos does well to combine with Jared Bowen. They've won a throw in. Wasn't necessarily the most technically clean pass there, and now they've had to work back. Sunderland doing just fine. They don't mind this at all. Not too much pressure. Again, I'm on 12.5, actually. My clock is a little wrong. We got some mix-up in the beginning here. Somerville into the channel. Castellanos couldn't get in front of his man, and Alderete is able to put the ball out for the throw-in. They could have gone for a long throw opportunity. They did not, however. They've worked it to the right-hand side for Wan-Bissaka. What can Bowen do? 1v1. Here he is. Goes to the byline. It's a good cross. Who's there? No one there in the box. Sunderland unable to clear. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Bowen once again with Alderete. He's going to go to the byline again. He gets it across. Where are we? Somerville! What a goal. Too easy for Jared Bowen to get to the byline. And Somerville gets his third goal in 3 games. That's a big goal for West Ham. They 100% needed that. Needed a fast start today. As we know, the Sunderland team is very, very good. But it's the perfect start for the West Hammers, especially at home. And now Sunderland are going to have to come forward. Going to have to figure something out. That's for sure. Going to have to figure it out to get back into this one. Going to have to do a bit more. That's for sure. You can see what Nuno thinks of it there. Very, very excited. 3 goals in 3 for Asensio. Somerville And I'm sure he will have enjoyed that immensely. 1-0 to the Hammers, moving into the 15th minute here. Sorry about my clock once again, people. It's a little behind. We had some insane difficulties getting this stream going this morning. But we're here. And Sunderland coming right back at it. We got a long throw opportunity here for the Black Cats. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Go ahead and hit the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Oh, my goodness. Hype it up for Enzo Lefebvre. The looping header over the bar here into the mixer off the long throw in. Oh, my goodness. He's got to do better. That's a free header. He doesn't jump up high enough to get over the ball. It's a free header in the box. Oh, my goodness, he's got to do better. Absolutely has to do better there. Let up for West Ham. Let off for West Ham, absolutely. And every time they pass it from the center back to the goalkeeper on the goal kick, I'm expecting them to try to play it long, but Ariola's just hit it. I'm expecting them to try to play short, but Ariola's just hit it long. That's a great tackle from Fernandez. I keep wanting to call him Bruno Fernandez, but he's not. He's even wearing 18 like Bruno used to. Somerville working hard. Gets it wide for Wan-Bissaka here. 1v1 with Alderete. What can he do? He's going to cut inside. Oh, it's good. Oh, it falls for. Oh, my God. It falls for Pablo. It fell for Pablo in the box, and he's got to score. Oh, my goodness gracious me. Nice dummy from Somerville. He's certainly feeling himself at the moment. Oh, my God. A little dink. Just a little dink is all you need, my friend. Instead, he skied it. Ball still rising. It's in the stands somewhere, or has it even come down yet? That was a horror miss. A horror miss. He's got to capitalize on that. And it's a let off for Sunderland. Could have had 2 goals back-to-back here. Been some good goal mouth action to start the game. Sunderland will look to get on the ball here, look to impose themselves, as now they're going to have to. They're 100% going to have to work on this one. Work to do here. That's for sure. They've worked it wide on the left here. Here's Lafayette, or that's Trey Hume, I believe. Oh, excuse me. Coffee coming for me. Pass into the middle here. Oh, that's a good ball into the channel. Brobby's not going to get there, however. Got to win the second ball. Souček will come down with it. Who's going to win it? Got to have a second ball. Sunderland come down with it in the middle here. Siddiqui. That's a good pass into... Who's this dude out on the left here for Sunderland? Mundell is this dude's name out on the left for Sunderland. Working it around for Ballard. Sunderland not panicking whatsoever. Certainly looking to play it around, looking to play their game. West Ham not as eager in possession now that they have this 1-goal lead. And this certainly might come back to bite them. This one's going right into the mixer. We got another long throw in from the Black Cats. It's going to be dangerous. In the mix, you're going to get in the mixer here. Again, my clock is about 5 minutes slow due to technical difficulties. Here comes the ball across. It looked like a header from West Ham player. Looked like Fernandez heads it back to Ariola. Mavropanos, I should say. Not sure he knew exactly where the ball was on that one. But unable to do much with it, and it's back with Dan Ballard. Sunderland will come again. Alderete. Sunderland, 16 points gained from losing positions. And West Ham have dropped a lot of points from winning positions, according to the commentators. So you can see what the commentators are expecting here. And as soon as West Ham scored, they started to back off, and now it's all Sunderland. Very interesting. Just immediately changed the mentality as soon as they've scored, and it's been back to the wall since West Ham got their goal. Again, I'm in the 21st minute here. Clock is moving mad this morning. Had some technical difficulties. There's a ball across for Ballard in the corner. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my God. The early cross and Ballard on the back post, man. I know all about some Dan Ballard. Could have scored. Could have scored. To hold Souček off, no less. That's the biggest dude in the West Ham team. Dan Ballard is just too strong. Danny Ballard is just way too strong. That is for sure. Too strong for Souček there, but unable to do anything. And West Ham will play it long. It's a good flick from Bowen. But once again, Sunderland collect. Looking to impose themselves now. A goal behind here in the 22nd minute. That's right, folks. I'll get my clock fixed at halftime of this one. But, of course, Sunderland not going to panic. Just going to continue to play their game, do what they do. Oh, that's a stray pass, though. Oof. It's good work from, I believe that was Enzo Lefebvre to come in. Who's 28 for Sunderland? Yeah, Enzo Lefebvre. That's what I thought. That's what I thought here. Somerville. Oh, that's going to be a foul. Referee. That's definitely going to be a foul. Oh, man. Is this not a foul? Have they not called a foul? I definitely think that's a foul. Has he called it? Nope. Just the throw in. And it's back for West Ham, but they've done nothing with it. Tried to dump one into the corner. Did not work out. At the moment, West Ham pulling themselves out of relegation zone and into the fight with Forest, with Leeds. They'd certainly need it. Certainly need the points. But Sunderland will have something for them. That's for sure. As we look here for this free kick from Sunderland into the box. Looks like West Ham's going to hold the line on the top of the box here. But we know how dangerous Danny Ballard could be. Changing the angle here for Trey Hume. West Ham do not come out. And the cross comes in. You can't. If West Ham just continue to let crosses come in all day long. Yep, here comes another one from the long throw in. It's not good. It's something that I've been harping on about in the Arsenal team is we concede way too many crosses. We don't get close enough, and there's just chaos in the box. You got to get the ball across. Here it is. Mundell will pick it up. Sunderland will come again. Ooh, that's good work from Castellanos to make them go all the way back to the goalkeeper here, Robin Roofs. Ball's bouncing. Who's going to win the second ball? That is certainly a foul. Dan Ballard on Jared Bowen. And it's a let-off for West Ham. I mean, hook or crook, West Ham just need to get this one done. I know they've scored early, and we got a long way to go. But you can already tell that West Ham are just like happy with the 1-0. For me, it's not a good strategy because holding on for 70 minutes is not going to be good enough, in my opinion. I think Jared Bowen is well aware of it. He definitely knows they're going to need another goal. That is very poor from Wan-Bissaka. He's giving it away. Here's Trey Hume. Oh, that's a poor pass. Mayenda was away if he's gotten it through. That's good work, but it's come for Jared Bowen. Down the line for Wan-Bissaka. These are the moments West Ham need to take advantage of. It's too slow. It's way too slow. Pablo combining with Wan-Bissaka, and here's Fernandez looking to go to the other side. But as I've said, Sunderland back in their shape. Oh, no, that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. Trey Hume already shaking his head. Already shaking his head. I mean, just out of nothing, too. Just out of absolute nothing. Nope. It's a dive. Give him a yellow. Give him a yellow, man. Retroactive. That's a nah, bro. That's a dive. He sees Hume stick his leg in, and he throws himself to the ground. I think this is a terrible call. I think that's a terrible call. Scarles with the dive, conning the referee. Commentators do not think that there's enough to overturn it, but I mean, that is really, really soft. That's really soft. It looks like the West Ham man has left his leg in there. Scarles left his knee on the other homie's knee, Trey Hume, I believe it was, and conceded the penalty. And it looks like the shortest VAR check anyone's ever seen. We saw one replay. There was one replay. That's all it is. Wow. Wow. That's the quickest VAR check all season. There's no... well, anyway. Jared Bowen steps up here in the 28th minute to take the penalty. Yes, folks, sorry, my clock is way behind. Technical difficulties this morning. Here comes Jared Bowen for the penalty, and it's in the bottom corner, as cool, calm, collected as you like. And West Ham up 2-0 on the Black Cat. Sunderland with lots of work to do. That's a big one for the West Ham captain to put them ahead 2-1 in the tie. 2-0, I should say, in the tie. A big, big goal for the West Hammers. They're 100% going to have to keep up the energy, the momentum. Sunderland are never dead. They're never beaten. They never give up. So, it's 2-0. And the West Hammers seeing all the bubbles flying around. Loving it. Loving what they're seeing at the London Stadium. And the ball is rolling once more. Sunderland with a ton of work to do here. I've just realized. I've literally just, oh man. It's not going great for Sunderland here. Somerville just running all over them. Draws the foul. Gets Dan Ballard booked. Yep. Yep. Definite yellow card. Breaks up the play. Steps on his foot. Sunderland up against it here. Absolutely up against it at the London Stadium to kick off the Premier League weekend. What can they conjure? What can they conjure? West Ham fans absolutely loving it. And you know what? It's good to see, honestly, that the relegation battle just isn't going to be, it's not just going to die. It's not just going to be these three teams suck. And that's all we're going to get this season. But it's still early. Still a good hour left in this match. Ball comes in to the back post. Souček's going to win the header. Keeper comes. Hesitates. Castellanos unable to get a good header on it. With the word Tati on his back. What? Interesting. Interesting. Sunderland going to have to find something here. Oh my God, they've given it away. Here's Somerville. All the way into the box. Wins a corner kick. Siddiqui getting back to make the block. And West Ham have not been this excited, this up for it. I mean, it's game management from here, right? It's just straight up game management from here. They're ahead 2-0. But of course, the PTSD to the West Hamers fans, it's not dead and buried till it's dead and buried. Here comes the end swinger from Somerville. Rolf's able to punch calmly. Here's Fernandez on the juggle. Plays it all the way back out for Wan-Bissaka. Here's Jared Bowen. What can Sunderland conjure here? So far been absolutely nothing. Getting blanked at the London Stadium. West Ham in complete control. Comfortable. Here's a ball to the back post. The right-hand side, I should say, for Jared Bowen in the air. Nothing doing because he's tiny. Because he is tiny. Sunderland need to find some urgency here. Down 2-0. 30 minutes in. Have provided absolutely nothing to this game. Absolutely nothing so far. And they need to bring the second team to this game real quick. That's right, real quick, or it could get out of... We're talking about West Ham here. This game could get out of hand. The referee's been conned once more. Somehow West Ham up 2-0 here. I'm sure they can't believe it. West Ham fans can't believe it. You certainly would not expect it. But it is what it is. The truth is there. The score is there. What, if anything, Sunderland need to do something before the halftime whistle here. That's for sure. If they're going to be able to turn this one around. It's so crazy, the difference in the Sunderland team home and away. It's wild to me. Can they get something going here? Ball in the channel. Through the lines. Here's Mundle dribbling. Two West Ham players step to force him back. Castellanos chasing. That's a good ball into the channel. Mayenda unable to control. Tadibo. Oh, he's done well there to get it away. But only as far as Alderete. Sunderland will come again. That's a... Oh. Looked like a spicy pass into the channel. And here they've released Pablo. West Ham have Fernandez on the ball here. West Ham looking comfy. Just about as comfortable as you could be. And it's like, and you wonder, that's a good ball to Somerville, who's enjoying himself today. West Ham have not been in this position very often. Very comfortable here. Notice that Bowen and Ronaldo are going head-to-head 1v1, and Bowen once again getting the better of him. It's just all West Ham. Everything's going their way. Ronaldo booked. This seems a little harsh, man. That's okay. Okay. In the end, he's kind of grabbed onto him and dragged him down like an NFL American football tackle right there. So another free kick here on the edge of the box for the West Hammers. I mean, could they seal it right here? Could they seal it right here? Sunderland have offered nothing, and if West Ham dunk on them right here for the 3-0, it might be done and dusted in the 36th minute, folks. An in-swinger from the kid. Doesn't get over the first man. It's a horrendous free kick. Got to have better service than that. Nuno folds his arm and looks away in disgust. But credit the Hammers. Not dead yet. Not buried yet. Of course, Burnley looking on. Wolves looking on, both with tough games today. Not loving to see this at all. Sunderland can't get out here. Lucky to win the throw here and relieve a little bit of pressure, but they gotta up the game, up the energy to find something here at the beginning of this. Ooh. Are they talking about a double contact here in this penalty? No, there's nothing there. So Somerville almost. West Ham absolutely all over it here. Castellanos will win the ball in the corner. Fake. Here's Somerville. Oof. Doesn't quite come off. Sunderland need to play quick here. West Ham swarming. Hume able to work it out wide. Sunderland have sort of broken out of the press, but West Ham still swarming. You got to play quicker. West Ham fans loving this because Sunderland haven't laid a glove, haven't figured it out, haven't got anything going. The quality has not been there. And West Ham just keeping them at arm's length, feeling very, very comfortable at the moment here in the 38th minute. Of course, we'll marry the clock at halftime. Technical difficulties to get started today, but we're here. We're here at the beginning of the Premier League weekend. Tadibo doing well. Gets it to Somerville, who's going to drive at the defense once more. Slows it up into the corner. He's got two for company, but that's fine. Sunderland are the team under the cosh with the need for some attacking impetus that they have yet to show. West Ham in unfamiliar territory here. Work it down the line for Somerville again. Into the box. He's really enjoying himself today. Fernandez will collect, and Sunderland unable to break out. Here's Souček. That's a poor pass. Somerville not even looking. What can Brobby conjure? Here he is again on the break. Oh, my goodness, and that pretty much sums up Sunderland's day. Brobby overcooks the pass to the channel for Mundle. It's funny. I didn't realize Sunderland would be without Granit Xhaka. Obviously, being an Arsenal fan, he was the one going on the thumbnail. And it's very, very clear they are missing his influence in the middle of the park. West Ham just comfortable, man. It's just been comfortable for him. You certainly didn't expect that versus Sunderland, but they have not been able to get anything going so far today. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Here comes another long throw-in. You would certainly expect another long throw-in here. But they're not lining up. They're not lining up to dump it in. Siddiqui, can't believe no one's running for him. Trying to work it into, that's got to be a foul. Somerville working hard, doing really well to win the goal kickoff on Mukalele there. I'm very, very surprised. Very, very surprised at how this one is going. I'm sure West Ham fans are as well. It's been fantastic. Ariola just going to hit it long. They need to see out the half here and do not let Sunderland get any kind of anything here in the beginning of the first half, in the end of the first half here. Sunderland with a lot of work to do. They'll play the advantage here for Mukalele. Is going to hit it long. Mundell with a header. Just doesn't have the quality. That's going to be a foul. Just haven't found the quality at all, Sunderland. Haven't found it at all. Jared Bowen working hard to win that foul back for his team. And it's just, once again, West Ham more than happy to play at this slow pace. More than happy to keep Sunderland at arm's length. And that's all they need to do. They don't need to do anything else. Up 2-0. Just deal with what's in front of them. Sunderland have not put much in front of them yet. That's for sure. Unable to get any passes going. Unable to get any rhythm going. And West Ham at a walking pace. Incredibly grateful. Just couldn't be more grateful for what they're up against today. I was doing the watch along because I expected a good game. I expected the passion, verve, and energy from West Ham, of course. They need it. Languishing. This result, if it holds, will have them just 2 points behind Forest and clawing their way through this relegation fight. It's certainly nowhere near over, of course. Forest will, and Leeds, of course, with games to play this weekend, as this is the first game of the Premier League weekend. Certainly enjoying it. Hope you are. Go ahead and hit the like button as Somerville gets in once again. Here's Castellanos. Faced up with Dan Ballard. Ballard stands strong. Fernandez! Mateus Fernandez with a thunderbolt. And that might be the nail in the coffin in this first half. Possibly West Ham's first 45 minutes of the season. Absolutely blanking Sunderland with a thunderbolt from Mateus Fernandez. Best goal we've seen from him. That is for sure. What a goal. What a strike. Dragonite hyper beam from the West Ham man. And I think this is all over but the crying, folks. All over but the crying. For Sunderland to come back in this one would be an absolute Premier League instant clap. What a goal. Holy crap. No one steps. Suchek's like, yeah, I'll get out of the way. Postage stamp for Mateus Fernandez. No longer calling him Bruno. We know his first name now. That's for sure after that strike. What a goal. Woo! Rolfs has no chance. That just tells you, that right there just tells you how the first half, how the day's going for Sunderland. And Mateus Fernandez will tell his grandkids about that one. What a goal that is. What a goal that is. And it's 3-0. 3-0 to the Hammers. Excuse me, what? I'll pretty much say no one had that on the bingo card for January 24th. West Ham 3, Sunderland 0. And Sunderland are going to have to bring the second team to this game at some point. or they might as well just pack it up on the bus and go home at halftime because this is a wild scoreline. Sunderland fan Granit Xhaka looking on, can't believe it. Stunned. Sunderland fans, stunned. Sunderland team, stunned. Sunderland coach, stunned. It's shell shock settings here at the London Stadium. And what a beginning to the Premier League weekend. West Ham just all over them. But Todibo has conceded the corner kick here. And we can finally get our clock fixed. We're into 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half here. And West Ham all over them. If Sunderland are going to do anything, they need to dunk this in. Here's Enzo Lafay with the in-swinger. It doesn't get over the second man. No one's challenging in the box. Why would you expect it with this performance? And the ball's all the way back to the goalkeeper. Definitely a win for West Ham off the corner kick. But Siddiqui will dump it back in as Ballard and Alderete and the boys are still up. Here's Ballard. Oh. And West Ham can just breathe a little sigh here and let the rest of the first half kind of tick away. You definitely expect the hair dryer treatment in the locker room for the West Ham manager. There will be handshakes, high fives, and fist bumps all around in the West Ham locker room. Nottingham Forest and Leeds now looking over their shoulder. What exactly can Sunderland do? Will there be a response? That is the question. Will there be a response from the Men in Black? AR calling that one a foul. It definitely looked it to me. Bowen rolling around on the ground. That's not good. What? Oh! He's already on a yellow? Renildo is already on a yellow. He absolutely is. Ooh. He's lucky. He's very, very lucky there. Oh, my goodness. I guess the ref doesn't want to add insult to injury here, but that. Ooh, that right there. He's lucky. He's lucky. And West Ham will have an opportunity to dunk it into the box here at the very end of the first half. It would be insanity. They can't get a fourth goal, can they? There's no way they're going to get a fourth goal. Here comes the outswinger from Fernandez. Doesn't beat the first man and headed away all the way back to the goalkeeper for Areola. Should be halftime in what's been an absolute, and indeed it is, it's been an absolutely incredible half for the West Hammers. They haven't scored 3 goals in the first half in 5 years. And he says they didn't win. Wait, the last time they scored 3 in a single half, they didn't win? Is that what I've just heard? There's no way. There's no way the commentator is taking that shot and calling him out right here. As soon as the half's over, bro, they're up 3-0. It's been a blinding performance. Commentator's crazy. Commentator's crazy. It's definitely halftime. I'm just going to let my clock run up to 45 so I can get married for the second half. Of course, technical difficulties at the beginning of the game absolutely had my stream doing a madness. And West Ham also doing a madness. An absolute and utter madness. Who saw this coming? Let me know in the chat, because I know you didn't see this coming. But wow. Blanked Sunderland. Blanked at the London Stadium. 3-0 to West Ham. Insanity, people. Absolute insanity. The bubbles are flying everywhere. The bubbles are flying everywhere, people. The first highlight is a Sunderland highlight. The save by Areola before I got my stream going, because I didn't see that. And the rest of it will be all West Ham, I guarantee. It will be all West Ham for the rest of the highlight reel, that's for sure. Jared Bowen and Asensio Somerville absolutely having a field day. Excuse me. Absolutely having a field day. Renildo's booked. Dan Ballard's booked. Like, it's just been a horror show for Sunderland. West Ham all over them. All over them. Like white on rice. It's been a complete demolition. A complete and utter demolition. West Ham could have more, even. Could have more. It's been a crazy, crazy game. Just because I did not expect this at all. Sunderland didn't think, no one expect. I don't even think West Ham fans expected to be up 3-0. For me, this pen is a little bit way soft. Sticks his leg in and pulls it back, and I think that Scarles there is very clever. It was Scarles, the young kid for West Ham. I think he's very, very clever to leave his leg in. And they didn't even, that VAR check lasted about 4 seconds. I'd be pissed if I was Sunderland. Because he definitely looked like he's left his leg in there and fallen down like a sack of potatoes. Nothing doing from VAR. Jared Bowen with a fantastic penalty to make it 2-0. And then Fernandez, bro, what a goal. What a goal, dude. You can watch that all day long. It's funny, I was kept calling him Bruno because he's got the number 18, which Bruno Fernandez used to wear. You ain't calling him Bruno no more, baby. What a strike. What an absolute thunderbolt. Dragonite hyper beam. Woo! Oh, curling away from the goalkeeper. That is a hell of a goal. Will he score a better goal in his career? I don't know. I don't know that he will, because that, my friend, was an incredible goal. An incredible goal. Sunderland with so much work to do in this second half. I don't see it. Unless it's just the complete opposite of the first half. A complete 180 of the first half. They have no hope. There's no hope in this one unless it's a complete and utter turnaround and West Ham just fall asleep. They're gonna absolutely have to just not come back out for the second half. Sunderland's only hope is that West Ham are like, yep, done and dusted. We can chillax for the rest of the game, which there's no way. There's zero chance Nuno's going to let them let up as far as the concentration levels. This result is so massive. The points are so big for West Ham in this relegation fight. A couple of weeks ago, I had them down. It's like, yep, they're absolutely, definitely going to lose and go down this season. But Nuno's got something else on his mind. That's for sure. Because they're just smashing Sunderland, right? Absolutely taking a crap on them, man. It's so surprising, too. But I guess it goes to show that Granit Xhaka is so important for the Black Cats. Is he on the bench? Oh, he's not. He's not even on the bench. Not even on the bench. I think they're going to need to bring in all of their attacking players. They need Simon Adingra. They need Isidore like nowish. I think Isidore for Mayenda probably. I would leave Brabi on, but I would pull on Isidore for Mayenda and Adingra for Mundle out on the other side. And you got to throw the whole kitchen sink at it, man. You got to throw everything you have at it. Absolutely have to throw all of your effort into this second half, or it's gone, or it's just absolutely gone. Because that was a blinding performance from West Ham. Not something I'm not sure I've said that in a long time. Blinding performance in the same sentence as West Ham. Certainly not said that in a long, long time. I'm going to go refresh my coffee, and I will be right back. People, what a game. What game this has been. Definitely did not expect what we're seeing here from the West Hammers. It's been a wild one. That's for sure. Definitely been a crazy one, but a good start to the Premier League weekend, especially if you're a West Hammer, especially if you are a West Hammer. That's for sure. But of course, all weekend long, the halftime show is going to be about Man U and the Arsenal. Of course, I couldn't be more excited for that one. And if the winter weather, if the crazy storm lets me, we'll be doing the watch along tomorrow. We'll be locked in, that's for sure. Of course, all the Americans out there living in the South, you better be careful. Be ready for this weekend. Be ready for the storm that's coming. The storm that is the Arsenal coming to win the league. No, definitely be safe out there to anyone in the South. I mean, it's half the country, actually. This crazy storm is actually. So, any Americans out there, make sure you're safe this weekend. Make sure you got the generator ready. Make sure you're ready. Lots of ice, lots of snow coming down the line. Lots and lots and lots of it. Sunderland snowed in here. Absolutely snowed in here in this first half. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. Just like this ice storm is unexpected. This 3-0 for West Ham. About as unexpected as it gets. The only thing more unexpected that could happen this weekend is Wolves. Wolves destroying Man City. That'd be a little bit more unexpected than West Ham 3-0 over Sunderland. It's only halftime, people. What are we watching? It's only halftime. I mean, is there a team? Let me know in the comments below. Is there a team more hot, cold, home and away? Sunderland, unbeaten. Unbeaten at home. There's only one other team that's unbeaten at home. Only one other team that's unbeaten at home, but away from home, Sunderland are just not the same team. Not the same team. Without Granit Xhaka, they're just not the same team. Is what it is. You know, and West Ham are taking full advantage of that. Full advantage of that fact. That's for sure. That is for sure. Oh, yeah. Got cold weather coming in. It's getting cold where I'm at, that's for sure. I imagine it's probably pretty cold there, too. It's always interesting to remember that literally all of Europe is north of New York, New York City. So as cold as we are here, it's about 29 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm sure it's cold at the London Stadium. But this 3-0 lead will warm up fans. That's for sure. The 3-0 lead will warm the fans up. Absolutely will. I need Sunderland to bring something to this game, man. I mean, it's a long trip down to the capital for this dross. The Sunderland team certainly could be getting the hairdryer treatment. I mean, what? I don't even know what they could do. You know, my mom, you know, make the subs and go balls to the wall. Damn the torpedoes, because that's pretty much all that's left. You know? Damn the torpedoes. That's your only option. That's for sure. I don't see it. I definitely do not see it happening at all. Commentators said this is the biggest lead West Ham has had at halftime for 5 years. For 5 years in the Premier League. It's more of the same. More of the same will be the missive from Nuno. You got bubbles flying all over the place here as we're about to get kicked off in this second half. I think Nuno starting to steady the ship. Haven't even missed Lucas Paquetá. Forces a move back to Brazil. 3 subs at halftime. Yeah, 3 subs. You're down 3 goals. You would expect the coach to make drastic changes, and I'm hearing 3. Talby, Sirkin, and Diarra coming on. I heard that Hume was one that was coming off. But yeah, of course they're going to make changes. Of course they're going to make changes. It's been horrendous from the Men in Black in this first half. I mean, it's not horrendous isn't even the right word. It was nothing. They didn't do anything. So Mundell's come off. Hume's come off. Yeah, they have to massively improve. Renildo's replaced. That makes sense. So Diarra's on as well for Trey Hume. And we are off in the second half here. Sunderland with a ton of work to do here as we get the ball rolling again. Oh, that's going to be a foul to start the second half, says the referee. Probably conned again. But we don't expect anything from the referees, do we? Here's Mayenda. Sunderland got to bring something, bring the energy like immediately. They need a goal like yesterday to figure this one out. What will be the tactical switch? It's a long one all the way across. The ball's up. Wan-Bissaka's going to win it. Sirkin with his first touch. It's not a good one. Bowen just a little bump. And West Ham, all they really need to do is just have the intensity. Just bring some energy. Keep them at arm's length. That's all you got to do. And they should be able to handle, to see this one out. You expect West Ham to sit off a bit just to have Sunderland try to break them down. Something they've been not even close to doing so far in this game, except maybe the very beginning of the game. And this right here is just not going to, it's just not it. Yes, Wan-Bissaka has cleared the long ball out for a throw-in, but without Granit Xhaka, you can tell they're really, really struggling to get anything in the build-up. And that's going to have to change quick, fast, and in a hurry as Dan Ballard plays it out for Mukulele. Now Mayenda, who looks like he's a bit wider now that Diarra's in the team, who's playing in the channel here. Sunderland looking to get the passing going. West Ham want to throw in, and they are going to get it. It looks like, yep, the line judge spotting that one, much to the chagrin of Siddiqui. And you can already tell West Ham are just not going to be in any hurry whatsoever. All the dead balls, all the set piece situations are just going to walking pace as Tadibo puts it back for Areola. Brobby's going to force the long ball, and Sunderland will win it back. That's fine. The press is fine, but once you get on the ball, you're going to have to do something. They're going to have to do something right now, like right now. Right now. Here's Dan Ballard. Mukulele. Whee! Almost squeezed it into the channel, and Somerville will collect. Gets kicked in his butt for his troubles. Goes rolling. Sunderland definitely looking to bring the energy. West Ham working hard as well here. That's going to be a foul. Definitely going to be a foul. Brobby already frustrated. Yeah, you can tell. Of course, they're already frustrated. Not a great challenge from Brobby. Not a great challenge from Brobby. And West Ham, of course, will take all day long on every single one of these free kicks. Just game management. Just some game management, of course. And that's all they need to do, really. Just see it out. Just see it out. Take your time on all these. Yeah, I mean, it's really nothing else. You know, just keep the energy up. Don't let it slip. And Sunderland, who haven't done anything in this game, are going to have to start finding the momentum yesterday if they're going to bring anything at all in this second half. Ball's up. Fernandez, it's been pretty good. Probably my man of the match so far. Or Somerville. Somerville and Fernandez have both been very, very good. Somerville with the Cruyff pass, certainly feeling himself at the moment. And here he is. Fernandez trying to find him again in the channel, but Ballard able to collect. That's really fine. As long as Sunderland are just doing this kind of stuff. Win the second ball, and you'll be able to keep them from doing anything. Some good passing from West Ham. Somerville forced back. But yeah, if they just keep the ball like this, West Ham, Sunderland are in trouble. Some good passing here from the Hammers. They do eventually work it out here wide for Jared Bowen, who actually 3-0 up, and Jared Bowen hasn't really been in the game. It's crazy because Somerville's been the one leading it. It's a good ball. Here is Castellanos. Ballard, man. Damn, Ballard's a great defender. Damn, Ballard's a really good defender. But he can only do so much. Here's Somerville once again. Siddiqui forcing him to give it away. It's a great turn from Diarra. Can he run around Todibo? He's won the throw-in. Todibo doing good work there just to keep him from getting any momentum, getting anything on the break there. Robbie working hard. We need some urgency, man. Find the urgency. Sunderland look dead already. They look buried already. No urgency from the throw-in. They're going all the way back here. You got to find something, man. Y'all got to find something like right now. Got to find it right here and now. West Ham more than happy with how this second half has started. Like a boxer, just keeping them at arm's length. Yeah. West Ham are already in run the clock out mode. Why wouldn't they be? And it's a poor touch from the Sunderland winger, Sierkin, I believe, the guy that came in here, and it's well, it's an exercise in game management, of course, from the West Hammers. No need to do anything crazy. No need to do anything crazy. Just hang on to it and keep Sunderland in front of them. Keep doing what they're doing. This is an absolutely wild way to start the Premier League weekend. That's for sure. That is for sure. Sunderland, man, they got to find. They need Simon Adingra, man. Where's Simon Adingra? They need the speed. They have zero ideas. They need Granit Xhaka is who they need. He, however, is not an option at the moment, but that is what they need. Robbie working hard. Keep it. Oh, that's well done. And Diarra gets it to Mayenda. But Fernandez is there once again, dude. Mateus Fernandez is having a fantastic game. That'll be a foul on Souček, and the pressure is relieved. This is Sunderland not really bringing the second team to the game like we wanted them to, is what it is. West Ham will just enjoy the rest of this. My hope that Sunderland are going to do anything is fading very, very quickly here. And West Ham fans will just be singing. But what can Lefebvre do? I feel like as the game goes on, West Ham will get deeper and deeper and deeper, especially if Sunderland don't score. Especially if they don't score at all. They'll just get deeper and deeper and have no reason not to. Because like I said, they just got him at arm's length. They just got him right at arm's length. Got their hand on their head, little broing them. That's what they're doing. They're just little broing them while Sunderland are doing this number. Because they can't get close enough. They can't get close enough. So they just got a hand on their head. You would not expect West Ham to be bullying somebody like that, you know? Not what you'd expect. But Mukiele with the long throw. Here he comes. Can he get it over the first man? He cannot. Castellanos underneath it, actually. He also, oh my God, the speed from Somerville causing Mukiele all kinds of trouble. Referee does not think that's a foul. I do. Mavropanos all over Brian Brobby there. He's done just enough, and Jared Bowen will carry it away. Enzo Lefebvre for company. That's out of bounds. He's done just enough. He's done just enough there, has Enzo Lefebvre, to keep Jared Bowen from running down the sideline. It's interesting. West Ham up 3-0, and Castellanos and Jared Bowen, arguably their best players, not had too much influence. Haven't needed to. Souček has been decent in there, done what he needs to, because Mateus Fernandes has been running it. He's been running things. He's been the guy in the middle there. And Somerville, of course, has been their outlet. Oh, battling so hard for these second balls. Oh, man. Sunderland all over the place, dude. Sunderland all over the place. It's going to be a foul on Pablo, who's worked hard. Hasn't necessarily been in it either, but he's certainly worked hard. Yeah, this is doesn't really look like Sunderland are going to be able to conjure anything. Unfortunately, and at this point, like, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know what will bring them back in it. Like, an absolute stunner. They got to score, like, right here. Diarra's going to take the shot. He will force the corner kick, but it's like, that's the best moment for Sunderland in the entire second half. We're 12 minutes in. Enzo Lefebvre coming across to take the corner kick. They got to score right here. Make it interesting. At least make it interesting, because Sunderland. Come on. Give us something to get behind here. Dan Ballard up for the corner. It's a good one, but no one is in the middle. Ugh. Here's Diarra once again. Oh, man. It's just absolute trash from Sunderland right now. And Wan-Bissaka will take it forward. God, this has been terrible from the Black Cats. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's just been horrendous all around from Sunderland. And West Ham will win the free kick with Wan-Bissaka and just take the sting out of the moment once more. I mean, it's over. This game is over, bro. There's no, I don't see anything coming from Sunderland. In fact, I expect West Ham, if anything, if anybody is going to score in this one, I expect another West Ham goal instead of anything from Sunderland. Such a massive, massive first half from West Ham has allowed them to be in cruise control here. Absolute cruise control. Absolute cruise control here. Somerville can't get the corner over the first man. Mateus Fernandes looking for another worldie. And that's more like what he normally does. But he's been absolutely fantastic today, as Mateus Fernandes. Been absolutely fantastic. One of his best games in a West Ham shirt. You have to say. You 100% have to say it. Still a shocking scoreline, even here in the 60th minute. What Can Dan Ballard conjure here? He's putting one down the line, down the channel. It's a clearance from Scarles, who's had himself a decent game as well. Here's Wan-Bissaka. But the energy isn't there from Sunderland. The verve, the intensity, the passion, the drive. You haven't seen it at all today. I expected way more. I'll tell you that right now. I expected way more, but Jared Bowen just keeping the sting out of it. Winning his team a throw in here. That's well done. That's well done. Let me know in the comments below. Does Jared Bowen and Terry Flewers from the Football Terrace, like, are they cousins? Are they brothers? Is Terry, like, have you ever seen Jared Bowen and Terry Flewers in the same room? Is Terry actually the captain of West Ham? Is Terry Flewers actually playing for West Ham on the weekends? Nobody notices? Oh, goodness gracious. Let me know if I'm crazy, but I've always thought, every time I see Jared Bowen, I'm like, man, that looks a lot like Terry Flewers. A whole lot like him, that's for sure. Oh, my goodness. That just sums up Sunderland all day. Just sums them up. Lefay tries to pass into the middle. Homies run the absolute other direction. Souček collects the second ball there. Here's Pablo. Jared Bowen looking comfortable. West Ham, dude, just all over him. Just as comfy as you could be. 1-2 touch stuff from the Hammers. You expect to hear the Olays at any minute now from the fans. Of course, as soon as I say something, they've played a poor ball in, but the header has just gone out of bounds, and they can just take their time. Just take their time on this one, Scarles. It's been all right. He's had a decent game. Con the referee for the penalty, but that's okay. It happens. Man, what a shocking scoreline. Just shocked. Sunderland have still not brought anything to this game. I definitely expected the second half to be way more intense from the Black Cats. It certainly hasn't been. Certainly hasn't been. Especially now the first 15 minutes of it is gone, and West Ham have just kept them at arm's length, like I've been saying, and it's just been real easy for the Hammers. Real easy for the Hammers. I mean, I expected more from the beginning. I expected more in general. Sunderland have been terrible, bro. Sunderland have been horrendous. More or less what you would have thought they would have been like at the beginning of the season. Just struggled, you know. But Castellanos getting a shot off, finding a sider, but it's right at Roofs. West Ham also haven't done anything. This is probably their first attempt on goal in the second half, but they don't need to. They haven't needed to do anything. They've been just fine. Absolutely been just fine. And I mean, they can just enjoy this. There's no pressure now. The way they've stood up, the way they're doing, the way they're playing well, staying in the shape, staying in the formation, winning second balls. Comfy as you like. Fernandez is definitely my man of the match. Mateus Fernandez is you already call him out as man of the match. He scored the worldie, and he stopped up all the play in the middle of the park. Thomas Souček has had like the easiest, most comfortable game of his life because Mateus Fernandez has been a stalwart in that middle. Here he is winning the foul once again. The man has absolutely killed it. He's absolutely crushed it today, has Mateus Fernandez. And he's been the guy. He's been the man. Yeah, they're just going to let Areola hit it long, pretend like they're not, but it's game management time. for sure. No hurry. It's not even time wasting at this point. They're just like, yep. No need to rush. No need to do anything at all. Callum Wilson, 2 weeks ago, was having his contract ripped up. And now here he is going to come on up 3-0. Maybe try to get a fourth. Little stat pad in here. That's right, people. West Ham might be stat padding. That's a good ball into the channel. Mukalele! Bobby! It's a great ball into the channel. It's a great delivery. And how Sunderland finally brought the second team to this game out of absolute nothing. And now they've switched off just a little bit. It's a good ball into the channel. It's a good ball across. Brobby's in between the defenders, able to head it home easy as you like because the West Ham defenders are asleep on the play. And why should they be? Nothing at all has happened in this game from Sunderland. Haven't been able to do anything at all. And now Sunderland with a lifeline. Will that galvanize them? Will that make it a game here we got 25 minutes left in this one. 25 minutes left to go. Will Sunderland be able to... They got a lifeline here. Will they be able to play a 30-minute game and get something from this? They, of course, will be buoyed, will be lifted by that goal. What can they conjure? What can they conjure here? Just going to bring some intensity back into the game, you would expect. Castellanos working hard, but gives the throw away. This would be... Surely they're not going to pull this back. They've just now shown up to the game, 66 minutes in. And now the West Ham fans maybe a wee bit nervous. Here's Mukiele. I want to call him Mukalele from back in the day. Mukiele is how I pronounce that. I could be wrong. Let me know in the chat. Here comes the cross from Albarete. West Ham. And now Callum Wilson's introduction is a little bit more important as he's going to be able to do some hold up and perhaps keep the pressure on. But Sunderland have finally woken up, have finally got off the team bus. And a little injection of energy here. Jared Bowen able to pick it up, though. Pablo, it's bouncing around in there. Who's going to win it? Who's going to bring the second ball down? Castellanos working hard, but only as far as Lafay, and they'll get it back. That's a good touch. It's a good ball for Diarra. He's looking for Brobby. Nope. It's Mayenda out wide. Here they go. It's the cross. Nope. West Ham very aware that they cannot let crosses in. No more crosses in. And it's going to be another change as well for West Ham. Diouf coming in, left back, right back change. I do think it will be. Mukiele is going to put this one in. Ballard and Alderete getting high. Getting into the box. And here it comes. Throw in. It's flicked. Souček under it. It's a good win from Mukiele trying to go down the side here. That's good work from Asensio Somerville to win his team a throw-in and relieve the pressure a bit here so they can make these substitutions. Who's coming off? Pablo's been okay. Pablo's been all right. I guess he's worked hard. Hasn't really been one of the standouts for West Ham. as Mateus Fernandez has kind of stolen the show here. But yeah, definitely getting the round of applause. So is Scarles from the West Ham faithful after some good performance, some solid work from Scarles and Pablo. And it's Callum Wilson and Diouf who replaced them for the last 20 minutes here. What can they conjure? Can they see it out? What looked like an easy day has now become a wee bit stressful. That's good work from Dan Ballard. That's going to be a bad foul. It's a definite yellow card from Castellanos. That's a horrible challenge. Definite yellow for Castellanos. We're going to look at this one again. That's not a good challenge. It's dangerous. Be a chance for the Black Cats to get the men forward, get the big boys forward, dump it into the box and see if they can cause some chaos here. West Ham holding at the top of the box. Here comes the service. It's a flick. Does not fall kindly for the men in black. And here comes Wan-Bissaka the other direction. One over the top. Callum Wilson gets the first touch, but Dan Ballard on the cover. And Robin Roofs is pissed. West Ham back off, and Sunderland come again with Ballard. He's going to get it over to Alderete. The next goal, if there is one, should it come soon and should it come for Sunderland, will put the cat amongst the pigeons. That's for sure. That's for sure. Here's Mukiele. Good 1-2 with Mayenda. Yep, that's a foul. That's a foul from Somerville. They've taken it quickly instead of dumping it into the box. Very interesting. Not what you expect. Here's Diarra faced up with Diouf for the first time. Back for Enzo Lefebvre. And Sunderland from nothing now back to their normal confidence on the ball. Ugh. It's got to be better than that. It's got to be better than that. Callum Wilson draws the foul, using all of his experience there, and West Ham can calm it down, keep it slow, keep the tempo to a minimum. The question is, can West Ham stay strong for 20 minutes? Can they stay strong for 20 minutes and see it out? Massive, massive 20 minutes. It has now become what looked comfy is anything but. West Ham give it away again. Here's Enzo Lefebvre in the midfield. It's a ball over the top. Sirkin unable to bring it in as it was over his opposite shoulder. Well, that was Talby, excuse me. Talby's coming as the left forward. Souček giving it away right to Sunderland, who in turn gives it right back. Nope. We're doing more subs here. Freddie Potts coming in for the West Hammers. And this is Mayenda also coming off for Isidore, a dangerous player for Sunderland. And that right there is Castellanos' final input of the day as well. He'll go off on the opposite side of the field. Freddie Potts coming on. A little bit of a defensive substitution, no less than you would expect. Like I say, 20 minutes or thereabouts left in this one. Can Sunderland conjure a second goal if they do it soon, we'll have a real finish on our hands here. And a chance to get the long throw in once more. The first ball is very important. Will it be the flick on? Because this is a wee bit too far, maybe. These throw-ins have not made it that far. Yep, who's going to be there? It's a West Ham. Diouf, I believe, was underneath it, but it's only as far. Well, as the goalkeeper, he didn't need to go all the way back to Roofs here. Here's Diarra. West Ham dropping off. It's a ball into the box. Areola comes to collect. Nice and comfortable. That's good goalkeeping. Surprised that Sunderland aren't going for the high press. Maybe need to press a bit higher here for hopes of getting anything from this game. It's a West Ham throw. It's a West Ham throw in here, trying to just keep it slow, keep the tempo down. That's good work from Callum Wilson. They're going to penalize him, though. Going to call a foul. That's pretty soft from the referee. But how is that gone against Wilson? Dan Ballard's got a hold of his shirt. That's a horrible call. That's a terrible call. So soft. Still not enough intensity for me from Sunderland. A little bit too much patience and not enough helter-skelter, not enough dynamism, not enough fear in the West Ham team at the moment. Like I said, more so holding them at bay than anything at the moment. We need more risky passes from the Black Cats, more incisive passing. Here's the cross. West Ham can't have that. And it's just a long clearance. And it'll come right back with Diarra. It's too soon. It's too soon, West Ham, to be giving up all this kinds of space. I know it's a 2-goal lead, but a goal now could absolutely upset the apple cart. That's good work from Lefay. Here's Mukiele. Is he going to get it to Diarra for the cross? That's good, D. I believe that was Potts. Talby. And they've worked it to the left. Can you get the cross in? Here's Talby, I should say. Souček for company. That's a very important step. Is he going to beat him? No. He tries to go for the nutmeg. Souček standing up strong. But only as far as Alderete. Here is Dan Ballard. Mukiele going for the early cross once again. Ball goes up. And Sunderland unable to force the throw. As it stands, massive points for West Ham at the moment. Wow. Sunderland, I didn't know they were that far up there. They could have gone fifth today, on level with Liverpool. Before the rest of the games kick off, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case, as the West Hammers just standing up. That's all they need to do. I'm slipping away a little bit here. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. It's almost now or never at this point. They're battling. Brobby's battling in there. Of course, so too Mateus Fernandez. It's worked wide for Asensio Somerville, who drives at the defense, wins the free kick. Somerville's had a good game. Somerville's 100% had a good game. Mukiele is still on the ground in pain. Siddiqui was the first one. His hands get stepped on here is what happened. I guess. I actually didn't see what happened there. Didn't see what happened on that one. Siddiqui gets booked for the challenge. Oh, wow. Mukiele is still feeling it. Still feeling it. Oh, wow. So it's his other. His one hand is wrapped up, and now the other one is injured. One hand wrapped up, and now the other one is hurting. Here's Mateus Fernandez looking to dunk one in here. 4-1 would absolutely end it. Would absolutely end it. Sunderland with some defending to do. The ball does not get over Brobby. Back doing his defensive duties. That's a horrible header. Oh! A snapshot from Mavropanos. Of course, that's who you want taking a shot from the top of the box. Not. I'm just slipping away here from. Just slipping away here. It's now or never. Now or never, that's for sure. If we're gonna have a tight end of the game, Sunderland have to score right here. Definitely have to score right here. Hasn't been enough energy. Hasn't been enough drive, verve, passion, intensity from the Black Cats. What can they conjure in the last 10 minutes here? It's too comfy. It's far too comfortable for me. Far too comfortable for me. From all involved. Really. Far too comfortable from all involved. But here we go. It's a cross in. Ooh! Isidore going for the spectacular. Ball's dumped in. Doof doesn't get there, and he winds up, cranks his hips, rips it all the way to Jupiter, does Isidore. Was that his first touch? I think that was his first touch. I think that was his first touch. Mukiele coming off. Last throw of the dice for the Sunderland manager. He's not happy. It's been a frustrating day for the right back. That's for sure. He's not happy whatsoever. Gesticulating still. Not excited. That's going to be a foul. Absolutely going to be a foul. West Ham just taking the time. Obviously going to take 8 years on this one. As the time is just slipping away. Just slipping away from him here. Ball's bouncing around. Who's going to come down with it? It's Callum Wilson. Is that a penalty? The West Ham fans want another pin. The referee looks away, and Sunderland can bring it forward, but they're taking 18 years to do so. Oh, man, it's just been way too slow. Way too slow. Not enough intensity from the Black Cats today, that's for sure. Haven't been able to get anything going. Yeah. West Ham back in their shape. Here's a cross from Alderete. Is anyone going to get there? Dan Ballard will bring down the second ball. Can they get another cross? Ooh! Oh my goodness. I'm not sure that was a shot. Thank you very much, sir. But it definitely. Oh my God, that was in. That was in. He's not meant to hit that. He's mishit it. But it's going postage stamp near post. He's forced the save from Areola. Wow. Wow. That could have absolutely upset everything. As West Ham win a free kick high up the pitch. Callum Wilson doing well, working hard, but wow. That 100% could have absolutely upset things and give us a grandstand finish, but ooh, that was definitely in. That was definitely in. That'd have been crazy. That would have been crazy, wouldn't it? That would have been nuts. As it is, Mateus Fernandez hits it in right to Robin Roofs. However, roughly 5 to 7 minutes left. Are fans talking shit to Granit Xhaka? That's what it looked like there. That's what it looked like. Yes. Yes, it is. They're definitely talking mad. Oh, he looks animated. He looks upset. Does Granit Xhaka. Looks upset there. I'd be upset too. It's not been a good day for his men. Having to watch on as you lose is never fun. Having to watch as your team goes down is never fun. Diarra into the corner here. West Ham working hard. It's still in play, says the AR, and now it's going to be a foul. Diouf inviting the pressure, doing really, really well there. And yep. Sunderland frustrated. That'll probably just about do it. The Sunderland bench are gesticulating to the fourth official. It looks like they're stopping the game for this now, and it looks like the stewards are going to have to remove somebody because they're talking crap to the Sunderland players on the bench. You can see the AR and Areola discussing it. They're pointing it out. It's looking like somebody's getting thrown out. It absolutely is. And now there's a smug smile on Granit Xhaka's face as they're making the guy leave the stadium. And it looks like we will resume here. But it definitely has been a good day for the West Hammers. Wan-Bissaka is going to put Robin Roofs under pressure here. All of the work done in the first half for the Hammers. Sunderland, in my opinion, never really showed up for the game. Never really looked like doing much. I mean, if Sunderland score right now, there might be, but Callum Wilson has done well to win his team a free kick a couple of times, win a couple of throw-ins. And yeah, you can tell that without Granit Xhaka, Sunderland have been really, really not at it. Really, really not at the pace without Granit Xhaka in the midfield there. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting, this one. It's won by Fernandez. Is Bowen going to get to that? Ballard forced. He was looking to take it away from Bowen and give it to his goalkeeper. We're going to have 4 minutes of stoppage time here, folks. Oh, pretty much just going to peter out for Sunderland here. Ballard knows Max Kilman going to come on for the substitution. But it's done and dusted for the West Hammers. That's a massive victory for Nuno Espirito Santo's men. Now Fernandez has been booked. Bowen, of course, going to take all day on the corner. Can they get a fourth goal? Can they make it emphatic? It's an in-swinger. Hey, Max Kilman was the first to the ball. Fernandez with another one off the ball. Oh, my God. It's bouncing around, and it's in. That's in. That's a fourth goal. That's definitely a fourth goal. No, wait. He's not calling a goal. What's he calling? What's the decision? Oh, is it over the line? Is it over the line? Socek might have been offsides, though. A lot to look at here. What a shot here. Alderete and Mavropanos trying to headbutt each other. So has this gone in or not? What a rip, dude. Mateus Fernandez absolutely with the man of the match performance. That's for sure. Is this in? No, they've called a foul against Souček, I guess. I guess they've called a foul against Souček there. I'm not sure what's going on there. Finally going to make the sub. The game ending in chaos, but not the kind that Sunderland want, as Somerville gets a hug from his manager, as he certainly should do. Man of the match candidate, that's for sure. Absolutely a great performance. But for me, it's Mateus Fernandez 100% with the man of the match performance. Callum Wilson chasing. Is he going to get under it? Realizes Alderete was going to head it to the goalkeeper. Chases after it. Not able to get there, but yellow cards just coming all over the place for Sunderland at this point. But it's too little too late to have this kind of energy and verve, and with 20 seconds left to go in the game, guys. You know what I mean? Too little too late. Talby trying to combine on the left-hand side, but nothing doing. And Bowen will just, yep, that's it. That'll do it right there. Fantastic performance in that first half from the West Hammers. Sunderland coach, arms crossed, not looking happy. Nuno applauds the effort from his captain. It's all over but the crying for Sunderland. That is for sure. West Ham fans, adulation for their players today. Admiration, singing about the bubbles. And West Ham fans baying for the final whistle. I'm sure it will come sooner rather than later. There it is. West Ham with a massive, massive victory to start the day. A much-needed victory for West Ham. Bring them within 2 points of relegation rivals, Forest, 5 points of Leeds. Back-to-back wins for the West Hammers. Absolutely a big day for them. Granit Xhaka still pissed at the treatment they're getting from the fans behind them. But man of the match for Mateus Fernandes. Absolute hyper beam of a goal. Fantastic performance defensively as well. And that is all she wrote, folks. What a way to start the Premier League weekend. Sunderland would disagree that it was a good start to the weekend. It was wonderful performance from West Ham, but without Granit Xhaka, Sunderland just not at it. And they have been beaten here by the West Hammers at the London Stadium. It's 3-1. Fantastic performance for the West Hammers. Can Nuno save them? That is the question. Will Nuno be able to save the West Hammers? But in the past couple of weeks, it's definitely been good for them. Couple of wins, and they're absolutely loving life right now. A lot of work still to do. Of course, a lot of work still to do. But they're going to be up for this fight with this win, is what they're saying to the rest of the league. So, of course, people, I'm going to take a break, but we will be right back for the Man City and Wolves game. Get that notification bell on so you know when I am live. Of course, it will be very, very soon. Thanks for being here, people. Smash on the likes on the way out. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and you will see me next time.